by centering it and getting it held down with some clay worms. And I'm going to start trimming off the sides. I've got quite a bit of extra clay at the bottom, so I'm going to start by trimming the curve of the outside of the bowl, and then I'm going to take quite a bit of clay off. I'm going to make a pretty wide foot on this bowl, so I'll start by just trimming a small foot with a pretty wide radius still. To go back with my rib and smooth out any trimming marks that I don't love. So that's what I'm doing there on the side of the bowl. And then I'm going to go into the center of the bowl and finish trimming. I'm just going to leave a small little raised foot. And I'm carefully checking on how much clay is at the bottom of the bowl so that I don't trim through. You do want your reel going much slower than what you see in this video. I've just sped up the video a bit, fast forwarded it so that you don't have to sit through hours of explanation, but the wheel does need to be going a little slower while you're working. And here I am finishing it up. I'm just, again, using my rib to smooth out any marks that I don't love, checking to see where there is and isn't clay by tapping a little bit, and then I'm going to flip it over, check and see if it's what I like, and then if I'm happy with it, I can stop there. And then I'm going to trim my little bowl and add it to the platter. This bowl is going to be trimmed very simple. We're actually going to just trim the bottom round. So you're just getting rid of all the extra clay. You want to kind of match the inside curve that you have in your bowl to the outside curve that you're trimming, and that's about it. So I'm just trimming with the flat side of the trimming tool and getting as much clay off as I can. Now it's time to attach your small dipping bowl to your platter. The dipping bowl has been trimmed around so it should fit pretty nice and snug inside the curve of your larger platter. If you're not happy with how the dipping bowl is sitting inside the platter, you could always go back and try to trim the curve of the bowl a little bit more if you've got extra clay on the bottom of your little bowl. And then the next step is to just make a nice little mark to indicate where it's going to be slipped and scored onto the platter. So I'm doing that with a tool. And then I'll go ahead, place the bowl back down and make some marks on the side of the bowl so I can see where the bowl needs to be slipped and scored. That's what I'm doing right here. And then you can just go ahead and start slipping and scoring the two pieces together. you've placed your little bowl after slipping and scoring it, the last thing you want to do is just really make sure that it's pressed down and attached well. That's what I'm doing right here. I'm using my fingers to smooth out the center of the bowl, really press down and make sure it's attached. And then you can see there are a few little marks left behind from where we indicated how to slip and score. And you can go back and smooth those out later with a small rib or a sponge just to get rid of those little marks. And that's it, you've got your dipping platter.